Now, there's nothing strange about the fact that Crimewatch often appeals to criminals, perhaps in more ways than one. The fact is, they often hold the key to solving cases. But of course, they also have their own moral code, even if it isn't exactly yours or mine, and almost all stop a long way short of murder. In this case, the victim was herself something of a petty crook. In fact, she was on a community service order when she died. She was pretty loud, she was boisterous, she was what they call a character, well known in South London as a go-between, a pickpocket and a thief. This is Northcote Road in Clapham, 2 days before Jill Williams died. Somehow she'd come into several £100s and went straight to the pawnbrokers where she used to lodge her jewellery whenever she was short of cash.
Hello, love.
Hi, Jill.
Hello, love. How are you?
I'm fine, you?
Yeah, fine.
Good. Oh, Jill was in one fantastic mood. She was really bubbly. She was getting her jewellery out.
Where's that Nigel?
Hello, Jill. You all right there?
Yeah. How are you? Yeah. £212. Is that right?
That's right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That particular day, she came in and she took out the majority of her jewellery, which was unusual. She'd try and take out a piece at a time, but this particular day she came and she took the majority of it all out. A ball with all coloured stones in, which she loved.
I love me bauble.
A pendant, another chain and a ring. And she said that she was coming back next week to get the rest of the jewellery out, which I think were 2 bracelets.
Try.
Jill's jewellery was like her best friend, if you like. I mean, that was everything she owned, basically. I mean, I even said to her, you're crazy to walk about with that sort of jewellery on. Like, people can't resist it. But no, that was Jill. She didn't care. That was hers. She'd had it for a long time. And she did love her jewellery. There's no 2 ways about it.
This is Ribblesdale Road in Tooting. Jill had lived here for some 20 years. The Tuesday before she died, her upstairs neighbour remembers she had visitors.
I left to go to work at about 10:30. Came down with the cat food to leave with Jill, and I was quite surprised to see that the kitchen door was closed, which was unusual because it was nearly always propped open.
Yeah?
Oh, sorry, I was just going to put the food down for the cat.
Oh, I'm a bit busy right now, love.
It was quite obvious that Jill didn't want me to see what was going on. I knew most of Jill's usual friends and callers, but I didn't recognise this guy. I'd never seen him before. He was early to mid-20s, a very slight olive complexion, about 6 foot tall, dark short hair and quite pale eyes.
All right, love, I'll do it later.
All right, then. Cheers, Jill.
Yeah. Bye-bye, love.
Bye.
And I got the impression that a third person was in there with them.
3 days later, the night she died, Friday, June the 21st.
Thank you. Your change? Thank you. Bye-bye.
Hello, Mina. Tell me I've seen a box of matches, love. Yeah.
155, please.
Thank you.
You got a lot of jewellery on. You going out today?
Might do later, love.
Thank you.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.
I'd been for a drink after work with some friends on the Friday night. Got home around 9 o'clock. I could hear that Jill was home in the lounge. The TV was on, and I got the impression that she had company. There was certainly some low conversation going on. So I went upstairs, made myself a meal, put a film on, which I watched quite late into the night.
Maria's been packing up since morning.
Tell Arnold I'm ready, Marie. Tell him he can get the bags. Yes, madame.
Jill often had late-night visitors, but at 1:30, a neighbour opposite saw someone he didn't recognise.
There was something strange which woke me from my sleep. I got up out of bed and pulled the curtain back and had a look down into the street. I saw a car under the sodium light. It looked like it was a light fawn-coloured car. Beside the car there was a lady who could have been talking, who could have been paying a fare. She was average build, probably somewhere between 5'2", 5'4", fair hair. The woman walked from the car across the road and into Jill Williams' house. I thought she may have had keys to admit herself, but didn't see her after that. There was nothing left under the shadows.
Who is it? Who is it?
Not me at all. Know what it means to me.
Well, I don't know where he's been tonight.
I can't do this to you. Oh, yes, I can.
Next morning, Saturday, June the 22nd.
I was working Saturday morning. A man came in, I think he was white. I can't really remember much because we're so busy. You don't really focus on that one person.
That'll be 265, please. Great. Thank you. I won't keep you a minute.
The tickets have numbers on them, so I checked the number and I gave the item back to the man.
There you go. 2 gold ID bracelets.
And it was only later that I discovered that they were Jill Williams' ticket.
I didn't leave the flat until around 2 o'clock on the Saturday afternoon.
Paul?
Yeah?
I'm going to get paper. Do you want anything?
No, no thanks.
All right.
I could see that Jill's flat had very obviously been turned over. I looked into the kitchen and could see the disarray.
Jill?
I pushed the lounge door open, and that's when I found her.
Jill Williams had been beaten and then suffocated. Her beloved jewellery and her pawn tickets had gone. Brian Anderson, the woman visitor, the late night visitor. You've got to trace her, obviously.
That's correct. She was about 5'5" in height, dark blonde hair and a pleat or a bun. Very little known about her at all, but she was likely to be the last person to see Jill alive. It's still unclear whether she actually was at Jill's flat on the Thursday night or the Friday night, but it's imperative that we speak to her to eliminate her. I'm sure she has useful information about Jill and possibly the murder itself.
Now, 3 or 4 days before the murder, we've got this chap and possibly one other person in Jill's kitchen. Don't want to be seen. Presumably there's some deal going on there they're not too keen on anybody else knowing about. Now, supposing that guy or those people watching, they would like to help you solve this murder. They certainly don't want to be connected to it, but perhaps they were involved with a drugs deal or something like that. Are you going to prosecute them for a drugs deal if they come forward?
If I can say this, that our primary role is to deal with the murder of Jill Williams, not with extremely minor drugs offences. I do not want to make that an issue to deter people from contacting us.
Okay, let's take a look at that man. Tell us what you can about him.
He's about 6 foot in height, slim, dark hair, sort of olive complexion. Can I just stress, he's not a suspect, but he'll certainly have useful information about Jill.
This is elimination, and this is a replica of one of the principal items of jewellery that was stolen. As you can see, it's pretty distinctive. If anybody has offered you anything like that, or you've suddenly seen something like this in South London, let us know. Do call if you can help. 0500 600 600. The call costs you nothing. 0500 600 600. And apart from the studio, lines are open now to the incident room on 0181 649 2604. That's 0181 649 2604.